Good morning. Welcome, Regent Mohammed, Dr. Ellengrad, graduates, family, friends, faculty, and staff. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the accomplishments of our 2026 graduates. As we begin today in this beautiful space, let's take a moment to acknowledge that the University of Minnesota campuses were built on the traditional homelands of the Dakota and Ojibwe, and scores of other indigenous people who have walked on these lands from time immemorial. It is most important to acknowledge the people on whose land we live, learn, and work as we seek to improve and strengthen our relationships with our tribal nations. We also acknowledge that words are not enough. We must ensure that our institution provides support, resources, and programs that increase access to all aspects of higher education for our American Indian students, staff, faculty, and community members. Graduates, today is a significant milestone in your lives. It marks the end of your time with us as students and your entry into the professional world. It's the moment you will remember and you should remember for the rest of your lives. As we gather today for this ceremony, I'm moved by your persistence and resilience through the early mornings, late nights, endless hours in the lab or clinic, in the classroom. You focused not just on your studies, but on taking care of one another, building community, and fostering deeper understanding. You've done the hard work it takes to get here, and you should be proud. Families and friends of these graduates, thank you for your unwavering support, encouragement, and the sacrifices that enable these students to succeed. Faculty and staff, your dedication to these students, mentoring them, supporting them, has been a guidance and stability in their lives. Thank you for your commitment to their success. Graduates, as you step in the next phase of your lives, I encourage you to remember the importance of serving others. Take care of one another. Work together towards the greater good. This world needs your compassion and your dedication to the profession now more than ever. You're joining a community that's comprised of some of the world's most innovative and successful professionals in pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences. I'm excited, and your faculty are excited, to see you thrive and to hear how you do as you progress through your career. Congratulations, you've earned this moment. At this time, I would like to introduce all three of our student speakers, chosen on behalf of their classmates to represent the master's, PhD graduate students, and our PharmD students on the Duluth and Twin Cities campuses. First, we will hear from Lucy Zhang. She recently defended her PhD in experimental and clinical pharmacology. She earned her PharmD from the college in 2021 and completed a PGY1 pharmacy practice residency in ambulatory care, where she focused on medication management for individuals with disabilities and complex neurological and psychiatric conditions in long-term care settings. Following graduation, Lucy will transition to a faculty role focused on pharmacogenomics and precision medicine research. Our second student speaker will be Cody Stador, a PharmD student from the Duluth campus. During his time with the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy, he served as one of our class representatives for the Duluth campus, as a student ambassador, and as the Duluth VP of PLS. Cody also completed the leadership emphasis area. Going forward, he is set to serve as a community pharmacist with Thrifty White on the Iron Range. Our final student speaker today will be Caitlin Kelso, a PharmD candidate from the Twin Cities campus. Caitlin has served as a Twin Cities class representative over the last 4 years. She's also been involved in various avenues locally through the college. She served nationally as the Vice President of Communications for the Network of Collaborative Oncology Development and Advancement. Following graduation, Caitlin will begin her PGY1 residency at Mayo in Rochester. Please join me in welcoming Lucy, our first student speaker, to the podium.
Ready to celebrate. Faculty, families, friends, and my fellow graduates, it is truly an honor to represent the graduate students of the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy, class of 2026. One of the most remarkable things about this college is the breadth of what we do. Across our programs, we are part of a continuum, advancing drug discovery, understanding disease biology, developing precision therapeutics, and improving how medications are used in patient care and communities. As a young pharmacist scientist, I see this every day, how molecular insights shape patient care and how patient experiences inform the very questions we ask in research. And what makes this even more powerful is who is doing this work. The class of 2026 graduate students represent a truly global community in pharmacy. And based on a quick chart review, or I should say scan of everyone's LinkedIn profiles, my apologies for that, we come from at least 9 countries and territories, representing a diverse range of cultures, united by one shared mission, improving human health. But this journey has also reminded us that behind every achievement is a story that is often unseen. Graduate school is not just about experiments and publications, it is about uncertainty. It is about setbacks, and at times, it is about questioning whether you belong. And it is also when friends and family gently ask, so is a PhD a real job, or are you still studying? And somewhere along the way, we realize this journey is more than training. It is a form of self-cultivation. And we are learning not just how to do research, but how to think, how to persist, and how to become. And one of the most important lessons I've learned is power of vulnerability. So if I can put on my mental health clinician scientist hat for a moment, this concept was introduced by Dr. Brene Brown, a professor at the University of Houston. And her research reminds us that vulnerability is not a weakness, but the birthplace of courage, connection, and growth. And sometimes in graduate school, vulnerability looks like this. If your cells need fresh media this weekend, and your mice need 5 p.m. dose every day, and your conference abstracts is due next Monday at noon at Eastern time, and somehow you still handle it, right? But if it's a soft deadline, like a manuscript revision, it turns out it's actually okay to email the editor and ask for an extension. Speaking from very recent experience, because vulnerability is about asking for help, admitting when something isn't working, and sharing struggles we were once taught to hide. And in those moments, our advisors and mentors made all the difference. And mine even became my emergency contact, which feels about right. They guided us, supported us, and believed in us, especially when we struggle to see in ourselves, because resilience is not built alone. It is built together, and we lean on each other. We build communities in labs, in classrooms, and across disciplines. And in doing so, we became even stronger, not despite those challenges, but because of them. Today, as we graduate, we carry forward more than just knowledge and technical skills. We carry forward a mindset to do science that is rigorous and compassionate, to innovate with responsibility, and to build community wherever we go next. And as we look ahead to the future of pharmacy, shaped by data, technology, and yes, artificial intelligence, and I should probably disclose that ChatGPT was used for language editing of this speech, but all substantive contents was developed independently by the author. So make sure you have that disclosure in your own paper. So the future of pharmacy depends on people who can bridge disciplines, translate discovery into impact, and lead with both expertise and empathy. And looking at this class, I have no doubt we are ready. So as we move forward, let's remember not only what we accomplished, but also how we got here, through resilience, through vulnerability, and through community. Congratulations, class of 2026. We did it. Thank you.
that's really bright. Hi, everybody. So I just want to thank the Duluth class for nominating me to be up here. You guys also suck because this is a lot of people to talk in front of. They might, over time, right? But before we really get into things, I want to start with a little joke. So at a medical symposium, a doctor was preparing to present a new treatment that could save many lives. He had a terrible memory and got nervous quite easily, so he wrote all of his notes ahead of time. But when he finally got on stage to present his discovery, he was horrified to realize he couldn't actually read anything he wrote. So after a moment of silence, he turned to the audience and asked, "Is there a pharmacist in the room?" Okay, admittedly, that was for my dad. So there you go, Dad, I love you. But on a more serious note, I think we all know why I'm the one up here today. I'm just the personality hire. Okay, that went better than I was hoping it would, so that's good. But during my undergraduate years, I got the nickname of Mom from all of my friends, and that's something I really tried to carry throughout pharmacy school as well. Being a class representative and serving in the leadership emphasis area really gave me the opportunity to do just that. And while Caitlin, Catherine, and Heidi did pretty much all of the heavy lifting as class reps, I was there with snacks, music, and good vibes, hopefully to make everybody feel supported and like they belonged. For some, this program may have come easy, and for others, a serious challenge. Personally, studying all day, every day for a week, and still scoring a 44% on our first kidney exam really made me question some of my life choices. But over the last 4 years, we've really grown, not just as student pharmacists, but as people. This program is great in that it brings together individuals from all walks of life, and while we learn the core knowledge and skills needed for practice, we also learn how to meet others where they're at, how to be an accessible resource for our communities, and how to truly make a difference in the world. But more than anything, this program helps us build a network and support system we can rely on as we step into our professional careers. On the Duluth campus specifically, we certainly built a lot of those connections over countless games of cribbage, post-finals bowling nights, bingo and trivia nights, the annual PDX Bonspiel, and shout out to the Birdie Boys for finally not choking and winning this year. But lastly, we also spent a lot of time jamming to Pink Pony Club and Freebird before all of our exams. And while that combo might sound weird to you, it worked more often than not. And I scored above a 44% when we started doing that, so I recommend it. While today serves as a celebration of our accomplishments, I believe it should also be a day of gratitude for those in our lives who have made an impact along the way. On behalf of the class, I would like to thank all of the faculty here just for all the effort and support that you provided over that time. It's deeply appreciated, and I would not be standing here today if it weren't for all of you. To my thrifty white besties, thank you all for supporting me through my internship and always being there for me, even if I am just the boy or the intern for now. Now, hopefully that'll change here after I pass my boards. But most importantly, I want to thank my family for all of their love and support through this endeavor. From my mom always being there to cheer me on through the successes and pick me up through the struggles, to my dad always pushing me to be the best version of myself, and not just telling, but showing me that a person can change their stars. When you believe in yourself and put your best effort forward, there's nothing out of your reach. To all of my family here today and those unable to make it, I love you guys and thank you for always believing in me. This has been a dream of mine since middle school, and going from a small town kid in northern Minnesota to standing here in front of you today and receiving this degree, I never could have imagined the adventure it would be getting here or the amazing people I would meet along the way. And other than maybe drinking a little less caffeine, I don't think I would have changed a whole lot, other than making sure Tyler showered or at least did his hair a little more often before lab. So I still have that picture of your hairdo, buddy. It was spiked up pretty good that day, so it's a good thing your cap's on so you can hide it, but we might have to put it on a t-shirt after all. But to close, I want to leave everyone with one final thought as we begin our transition from student pharmacists to the real deal. The great Ted Lasso said, "Be curious, not judgmental." And I think that mindset is critical for us moving forward. We're going to have stressful situations just like this, complex patients, or coworkers that we may not like, but it's important to always remember the human aspect of healthcare. So ask open-ended questions, build rapport, approach patients as people and not just lab values or disease states. Judgment builds criticism and closes people off, while curiosity builds empathy and opens doors. Everyone has their own stories and experiences, so approach each one with curiosity. You may just be surprised at what you discover. So thank you all again, and as we step forward into tomorrow, I can't wait to see just how our journeys continue to unfold and all the impacts we'll make on this world. Thank you very much.
morning. I might just tilt this down a little bit. I am only 4'11", I apologize. Oh, there's a stool, even better. Okay.
Short people of the world unite.
Okay, back up it goes. Thank you. All right, hello everyone. Good morning, and welcome to the esteemed faculty, staff, family, and friends who are joining our celebration today to recognize the incredible graduating class of 2026. To the wonderful cohort, I am so grateful and honored to stand before all of you today to represent our exceptional class, and thank you so much for choosing me to represent the Twin Cities today during our commencement ceremony. Class of 2026. Hey divas! It has truly been a journey. I still remember the very first day of becoming a pharmacist, actually walking into a classroom and not having to log into Zoom. Everyone was so excited to finally meet new faces in person, fill out our getting to know you bingo cards, and of course, begin a new chapter through our pharmacy education. Comparing that class of students to the group that I stand in front of 4 years later, I see a cohort of individuals defined by resilience. Not only did we survive a pandemic in order to make it here, but we also successfully made it through endless exams, challenging clinical rotations, Minnesota winter weather commuting conditions, and most perilous of them all, being the final cohort on the C1 curriculum. But don't worry, everyone. We are the only class that had a Taylor Swift-themed infectious diseases course, so I'd say that we're still pretty special. Shout out Dr. Hirsch and Dr. Felberg. We joined and led numerous pharmacy organizations, represented the College of Pharmacy locally and nationally at pharmacy conferences, and worked countless hours at our internships, not only to hone our clinical skills, but also to fund our sweet treats. Today is not just a celebration of what we've accomplished, but it is also a reminder of the responsibility that we now carry. We will be educators, advocates, problem solvers, and sometimes the only healthcare professional a patient has access to on a given day. We've learned to counsel patients with confidence, optimize guideline-directed medication therapy, catch medication errors, and help people live healthier and safer lives. The first question we were all asked during our pharmacy school interview was, why pharmacy? Through all of the challenges, sacrifices, sleepless nights, and working toward our goals, I hope you will all take a moment to remember that why and to let it continue guiding you forward in your professional career. Class of 2026, I want you to look behind you into the crowd of the people joining us today. To our families and friends, thank you for cheering us on, for feeding us, and for letting us cry to you over FaceTime. Thank you, Mom, I love you. To our professors and preceptors, thank you for challenging us, guiding us, and reminding us that yes, we really do need to know that. Not only could we have not done this without one another, but we most certainly could not have done this without each and every one of you. As we step into our future careers, wherever our paths lead, I hope we continue to carry forward that same passion, determination, and integrity that brought us to this moment. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it, besties! I'm so honored to have met all of you and to have spent the past 4 years with such an awe-inspiring, motivational, and wonderful group of students. And I, like many of you, am very grateful and cherish all of the lifelong friendships and the lifelong memories developed over the last 4 years. I cannot wait to see all of the wonderful things we continue to accomplish. Thank you.
Please join me in thanking all of our student speakers and through them, our wonderful graduating class. I now have the pleasure of introducing our keynote speaker, Dr. Vicki Ellengrod. Dr. Ellengrod is the Dean of the College of Pharmacy at the University of Michigan and the John Gideon Searle Professor of Pharmacy. She's also a professor of psychiatry within the medical school and associate director of the Michigan Institute for Clinical and Health Research. We're proud to welcome Dr. Ellengrod back home to the University of Minnesota, where she obtained her bachelor's in PharmD. She went on to complete postdoctoral fellowship in psychopharmacology and pharmacogenomics at the University of Iowa, followed by joining the faculty there as an assistant professor. Her research is focused on the identification of pharmacogenomic markers related to drug response in mental illness. Currently, her research efforts focus on working with clinicians within the University of Michigan health systems to implement pharmacogenomic testing in practice and to improve patient outcomes and reduce health disparities. Prior to joining the faculty at the University of Michigan, Dr. Ellengrod was a practicing clinical pharmacist working at the medical psychology unit at the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics. Dr. Ellengrod is a founding member of the College of Psychiatric and Neurologic Pharmacists and a fellow of the American College of Clinical Pharmacy. In addition, she is a fellow of the American College of Neuropharmacology and is one of 3 pharmacist members in the over 50-year history of that organization. Please join me in welcoming back to the University of Minnesota, Dr. Vicki Ellengrod.
Thank you so much, Dean Guy, for that wonderful introduction. It is such an honor to be here today as the commencement speaker at my alma mater. Even though I have given countless speeches and scientific talks throughout my academic career and have overseen numerous commencement events like this in my role as dean at the University of Michigan, being in front of you all is a bit daunting today. So as I decided which words of wisdom I wanted to impart on you, I thought back to my graduation over 30 years ago for a little bit of inspiration. What I realized was that for the life of me, I could not remember who my commencement speaker was, nor could I remember what they said. Huge relief for me, right? However, what I do remember is the student speaker and their remarks. So Cody, Caden, and Lucy, I guess the pressure's on you today. Sorry about that. My daughters, seriously though, are about your age, so I asked them what my commencement address should focus on. What would be meaningful to them? It was in that discussion that I realized you all have faced societal challenges beyond academics that have been vastly different from mine for most of your life. You see, during your childhood, and for some of you, you were born in a world we were born when our world as we had known it had dramatically changed because we were in the aftermath of 9/11, which was a very scary and dark time. Fast forward to middle school, and conversations about climate, the environment, and sustainability became more prominent, especially in the land of 10,000 lakes. During your high school and undergraduate years, the COVID pandemic forced changes to your educational reality in ways that we never would have dreamed of. However, who doesn't like to just roll out of bed, go to class in your jammies with your pets by your side? I'm sure some of you so wish we were actually still doing that. More recently, though, Minnesota has been front and center in the national news for some really challenging social issues, starting with the murder of George Floyd, and more recently with issues involving ICE coming into the state. And although we are here to celebrate your graduation today, there may be some of you who are really uncertain about what your next steps actually are going to be. So at this point, you may be wondering, why am I sharing these really uplifting differences? Because in thinking about this, though, I want to highlight to you that you have also been resilient, maybe without even realizing it, for your entire lives. You've had to draw strength from the unknown, even when it was scary, unclear, and uncomfortable. I have no doubt that you have been brave and courageous again, even when you did not realize it. So as you embark on what is next, you should feel assured that you got this. Because not only has the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy prepared you, but you have demonstrated resilience and perseverance for years. And today we are here to celebrate all that you have accomplished over the last 4 or more years. From my vantage point, I see students who are soon to be graduates. But your families who are here today may possibly be seeing that small child they welcomed into the world several decades ago and are wondering how time went by so fast. So as I was thinking about today, I wanted to do something out of the ordinary. And no, not because it's a desperate attempt to get you all to remember me after today. I'm going to ask all of you to tap into a little nostalgia and channel your hopefully happy childhood memories. When I think about my daughter's childhoods, one of our shared memories are the TV shows and movies we used to watch together when they were young. Because that time brought us joy and happiness, two emotions I hope the entire audience is overflowing with today. Beyond that, though, many of the shows and movies also left us with some important life lessons. So I want to bring you back to that time in your life while sharing how these lessons are still important today as you move forward with your careers. My first instinct was to use something from the show Friends to convey the importance of the friendships you made in school and to highlight the importance of these relationships both personally and professionally. But then I realized this was a popular show when I was in school. So while it's a classic, I'm probably talking more to your parents than to you. I asked my daughters what shows and movies stood out for them, and not surprisingly, their first response was, "Mom, don't do that. That is so lame." But after some back and forth and a couple of, "Okay, Mom, you do yous," they gave me some recommendations. So the first show that they recommended was Disney's Phineas and Ferb. This was a show we look forward to every week and a show that has recently made a comeback. I mean, how could you not love a supervillain fighting duck-billed, beaver-tailed, otter-footed, egg-laying aquatic mammal who does these amazing and incredible missions to save the world every day that nobody knows about? The reality is, in many ways, pharmacy and pharmaceutical discovery is like Perry, in that we serve an incredibly important role in our society, our healthcare system, and our patients' lives by making critical scientific discoveries that impact the care received day in and day out. And like Perry, we are frequently the unsung hero, Right now, the public thinks they know what pharmacy has to offer. But as we all know, pharmacy is so much more. Patients often likely do not understand the years of research or the scientific evidence behind the treatments they're receiving, and they don't understand that the guidelines being followed are based on this evidence. Therefore, I call on you, our next generation of pharmacy leaders, to continue championing pharmacy and scientific discovery within our complex healthcare system and with the communities we serve. When the opportunity presents itself to break barriers for your chosen profession, seize on that opportunity, because I have no doubt that Perry would do the same thing. Now for a blast from the past, Scooby-Doo. Because who doesn't love a TV show about a group of 4 teenagers and a dog who run towards terrifying supernatural monsters only to uncover the truth, that the paranormal activity was actually an elaborate hoax. Beyond Scooby always requesting a Scooby snack, this show is actually about being brave when things get scary and challenging. And while Scooby and Shaggy were often seen shaking in their boots, quite literally, in the end, they always ran towards the challenge and overcame their fears to uncover the truth. As you continue your career, you may face periods of uncertainty and challenges that evoke fear. Instead of running away, embrace and run towards your challenges, because courage is not a lack of fear, but the ability to carry on despite being afraid or not knowing. Challenges and uncertainty present an opportunity, and that opportunity may change your life. Know that you are prepared for whatever life throws your way. Last but not certainly least, Avatar, The Last Airbender, which is going to bring this full circle. Every major character faces trauma, loss, or failure. Resilience is built into the core of the storyline of each character, from Zuko's redemption arc to Toph, who was born blind but refuses to be underestimated. And of course, Aang, who always stayed true to his values, even when faced with the world he did not recognize, something we should all strive to do. Most importantly, all of these characters grew with every challenge they faced, and you will as well as you continue on your career path. Although you are now done with your formal pharmacy education, know that you are never done growing as a professional, as a scientist, and as an individual. The resiliency you grew up with will continue to serve you well as you go out and make your impact on the world. And I have full confidence that you will do this, because I know the lessons you learned as a child and the preparation you received in your degree program will allow you to continue advancing our practice models and to do what is needed to serve the patients and communities that we serve. To exhibit bravery when faced with uncertainty and challenges, and embrace scientific discovery as you test hypotheses to identify solutions. And to keep adapting, not letting others define what you are capable of. Instead, be true to your values as you continue on your career path. And while I have centered these remarks around your childhood memories, they are also key Minnesotan values and are traits that will allow you to make change in the world while also being really, really nice. Minnesota nice. Something the world needs a lot of right now, that and a good hot dish. Congratulations, class of 2026.
Thank you, Vicki. We've now come to the part of the ceremony where our graduates will formally receive their degrees. To confer the degrees, we are very pleased to have with us the Honorable Regent Kosar Mohammed, appointed to the University of Minnesota Board of Regents in 2025. Kosar Mohammed is a two-time University of Minnesota alum, economic development practitioner, and an enterprise director with the state of Minnesota. She's currently pursuing a doctorate in natural resources science and management with research focused on regenerative systems, water governance, and community resilience. Dr. Mohammed's career spans leadership roles across the Southern Atlantic and Heartland regions, including serving as a director of partnerships at the Center for Economic Inclusion and as a senior project manager for the City of St. Paul's Department of Planning and Economic Development. A former Regent Candidate Advisory Council member from 2020 to 2024, Regent Mohammed has also taught urban studies as an adjunct instructor at the university. She currently serves on the City of Minneapolis Climate Legacy Roundtable, the Full Stack St. Paul Steering Committee, and Excel Energy's Environmental Justice Accountability Board. Please join me in welcoming Regent Mohammed to the podium.
Will all the candidates for the Master of Science, Doctor of Philosophy, and Doctor of Pharmacy degree please rise as you're able? Upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the regents, I now confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified. Congratulations, and let us recognize their achievements. Students, you now can be seated. Thank you.
Thank you, Regent Mohammed. The College of Pharmacy offers an array of degrees and produces both scientists and pharmacy practitioners. We are tremendously proud of all of our graduates. We will start the degree presentations today with our Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy students. Dr. Karunya Kandamala is the Associate Dean for Graduate Education and a professor in our Department of Pharmaceutics. He earned his Bachelor of Pharmacy from Gulbarga University in India, his Master's in Pharmaceutics from Florida A&M, and his PhD in Pharmaceutics from the University of Iowa. He also completed a neurology fellowship at the Mayo Clinic College of Medicine. Please welcome Dr. Karunya Kandamala to introduce our graduate students.
It is a joy and a privilege to welcome all of you to the magnificent Northrop Auditorium as we mark one of the most significant milestones in the academic journey of our graduate students. Today, we celebrate not only their individual achievements, but also their collective pursuit of knowledge, purpose, and impact. Dear graduates of 2026, congratulations. Your years of hard work have come to fruition, and you have made all of us, your mentors, families, and friends, deeply proud. What makes this moment powerful is not only what you have accomplished, but how you have done it, with persistence, humility, and the courage to engage with uncertainty. You have accomplished this against many odds. This year, those challenges extended beyond the laboratory, the classroom, and the campus. Many among you navigated uncertainty that reached into your daily lives. Moments that tested not only your academic resolve, but your sense of safety, belonging, and focus. Yet, you carried forward with composure, courage, and an unwavering commitment to your goals. That resilience deserves to be recognized. You've reminded us that research is not only about finding answers, but about asking the right questions. It is not only about success, but about growth through failure. In doing so, you have inspired those around you and those who will follow. We often speak of breakthroughs as singular moments. In reality, progress in science is rarely the result of a single defining discovery. It is built incrementally through collective effort, one idea refined at a time, one hypothesis tested at a time, one scientist trained at a time. Like every drop of water flowing in the right direction eventually reaches the ocean, your efforts, guided by purpose, rigor, and integrity, will move the field forward. Stay aligned in your purpose, be thoughtful in your approach, and remain committed to the process of discovery. Wherever your path leads, academia, industry, healthcare, or policy, you carry with you the values you refined here. You are the thinkers, builders, and leaders who will shape the next generation of discovery. Move forward and make the world better. As Associate Dean for Graduate Education, it is my honor to present the students graduating with Masters of Science and Doctor of Philosophy degrees. We are proud of you, and we look forward to the impact you will make. I now welcome Professor Melanie Nickel, the Director of Graduate Studies for Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology, to the Hooding area. I also invite the advisors of the ECP graduates to come forward together. I now invite Mohammad Dabur to the stage. Mohammad is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. His advisor is Dr. Bishay Zordoki. His thesis title is Mechanistic Insights and Therapeutic Approaches for Chemotherapy-Induced Cardiovascular Toxicity. I now invite Dealia Johnson to the stage. Dealia is receiving her Master of Science degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. Her advisor is Dr. Angela Birnbaum. Her thesis title is Developing a Methodology to Study Pregnancy-Induced Changes in Anti-Seizure Medication. I now invite Chengshu Lee to the stage. Chengshu is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. Her advisors are Drs. Reena Karta and Lisa Coles. Her thesis title is Advancing Therapeutic Strategies for Neurological Diseases Associated with Oxidative Stress. I now invite Yuhan Long to the stage. Yuhan is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. His advisor is Dr. Angela Birnbaum. His thesis title is Methodological Characterization of Drug Pharmacokinetics and Pharmacodynamics in Pregnant Patients and Their Children. I now invite Xin-Xin Liu to the stage. Xin-Xin is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. Her advisor is Dr. Angela Birnbaum. Her thesis title is Characterizing Medical Cannabis Therapy in Patients with Seizures Using Data-Driven Approaches with a Focus on Age. I now invite Motaz Mahmood to the stage. Motaz is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. His advisor is Dr. Pamela Jacobson. His thesis title is Advancing Personalized Medicine in Immunosuppression, Applications of Pharmacokinetics, Pharmacogenomics, and Pharmacomicrobiome. I now invite Yuting Shan to the stage. Yuting is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. Her advisor is Dr. Stephanie Hong. Her thesis title is Understanding the Variations in Cancer Treatment Efficacy and Adverse Drug Reactions via Multi-Omics Approach. I now invite Jason Srivijaya to the stage. Jason is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. His advisor is Dr. Angela Birnbaum. His thesis title is Microsampling Methodologies to Bridge Preclinical and Clinical Data Gaps. I now invite Lucy Zhang to the stage. Lucy is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology. Her advisor is Dr. Jeffrey Bishop. Her thesis title is Psychiatric Pharmacogenomics in Translation, Community Perspectives, Real-World Implementation, and the Promise of Polygenic Insights. Congratulations to the graduates of Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology, and thank you to Dr. Nicole and the ECP mentors. At this time, I welcome the Medicinal Chemistry Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Dan Harkai, and the advisors of the graduates to come forward together. I now invite Laura Hurst to the stage. Laura is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Medicinal Chemistry, and her advisor is Dr. Dan Harkai. Her thesis title is Development of Novel Aurora Kinase A Degraders for Neuroblastoma Therapy. I now invite Jarrett Holdaway to the stage. Jarrett is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Medicinal Chemistry. His advisor is Dr. Gunda Georg. His thesis title is Medicinal Chemistry Strategies for the Selective Inhibition and Degradation of TSSK1 and TSSK3. I now invite Kelsey Holdaway to the stage. Kelsey is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in Medicinal Chemistry. Her advisor is Dr. Gunda Georg. Her thesis title is development of covalent allosteric inhibitors of cyclin-dependent kinase 2. I now invite Abhishek Kulkarni to the stage. Abhishek is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. His advisor is Dr. Carsten Wagner. His thesis title is Development of Protease Activatable Chemically Self-Assembled Nanorings for the Targeted Treatment of Solid Tumors. I now invite Julia Lee to the stage. Julia is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. Her advisor is Dr. Adam Duerfeld. Her thesis title is Design, Synthesis, and Evaluation of Small Molecule as Leads for Diabetic Retinopathy. I now invite Caitlin Lichtenfels to the stage. Caitlin is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. Her advisor is Dr. Carsten Wagner. Her thesis title is Mesenchymal Stem Cells as a Delivery Vehicle for Farnesylated Chemically Self-Assembled Nanorings to Solid Tumors. I now invite Moyasore Orimoloye to the stage. Moyasure is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. His advisor is Dr. Daniel Harkai. His thesis title is Total Synthetic Investigations in the Medicinal Chemistry of Mycobacterium Trafficking. I now invite Fredis Rodriguez to the stage. Fredis is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. His advisor is Dr. Carsten Wagner. His thesis title is Design and Evaluation of Self-Assembled Multivalent Immune Cell Engagers for Immunotherapy Against Triple-Negative Breast Cancer. I now invite Caitlin Stevens Davis to the stage. Caitlin is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. Her advisor is Dr. Adam Duerfeld. His thesis title is Structural Determinants of Gram-Negative Membrane Penetration through Single Atom Modification and Library Design. I now invite Mackenzie Willie to the stage. Mackenzie is receiving her Doctor of Philosophy degree in medicinal chemistry. Her advisor is Dr. Daniel Harkai. Her thesis title is Targeting ApoBAC3AB Mutagenesis in Cancer, Substrate Specificity, Allostery, and Target Validation. Congratulations to the graduates of medicinal chemistry, and many thanks to Dr. Harkai and all the medicinal chemistry mentors. At this time, I welcome the Pharmaceutics Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Ronald Siegel, and the advisors of the graduates to come forward together. I now invite Shiwei Hong to the stage. Shiwei is receiving her Master of Science degree in Pharmaceutics. Her advisor is Dr. Amaya Kitane. Her thesis title is Radioprotection Using Extremotolerant Organism-Derived Proteins. I now invite Vikram Chandrasekhar Joshi to the stage. Vikram Chandrasekhar is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Pharmaceutics. His advisors are Drs. Ronald Siegel, Chungkwon Sun, and his thesis title is Structure Property Relationships in Organic Small Molecular Crystals and Glasses. I now invite John Patani to the stage. John is receiving his Master of Science degree in Pharmaceutics. His advisor is Dr. Raj Suryanarayanan. His thesis title is Thermodynamic and Kinetic Stabilization of Amorphous Solid Dispersions. I now invite Jizhen Wang to the stage. Jizhen is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Pharmaceutics. His advisors are Drs. Ronald Siegel and Calvin Sun. His thesis title is Tabletability Flip of Drugs Upon Formulation. I now invite Zi In to the stage. Zi is receiving his Master of Science degree in Pharmaceutics. His advisor is Dr. Amaya Kirtane. His thesis title is Stability Modification of Lipid Nanoparticles During Freeze-thaw Cycles. Congratulations to the graduates of pharmaceutics, and thank you, Dr. Siegel, and all the pharmaceutics mentors. And now, would the Social and Administrative Pharmacy Graduate Program Director of Graduate Studies, Professor Caroline Gaither, and advisors of the graduates please come forward together. I now invite Shakib Al-Hassan to the stage. Shakib Al is receiving his Doctor of Philosophy degree in Social and Administrative Pharmacy. His advisor is Dr. Joel Farley. His thesis title is Direct-Acting Antivirals in Medicare Beneficiaries with Chronic Hepatitis C, Treatment Initiation, Adherence, and Retreatment. I now invite Nirmana Johnson to the stage. Nirmana is receiving her Master of Science degree in Social and Administrative Pharmacy. Her advisor is Dr. Brandon Ordaway. Her thesis title is Proactive Dispensing Model for Continuous Infusions, Optimizing Epic Trigger Fill. Congratulations to the graduates of Social and Administrative Pharmacy, and thank you, Dr. Gaither, and all the Social and Administrative Pharmacy mentors. Congratulations to you all. I now invite Dr. Jacob Brown forward to present our Doctor of Pharmacy students. Dr. Brown earned his Doctor of Pharmacy degree from Creighton University and his master's from the University of Kansas. He completed a general hospital pharmacy residency and a fellowship in pediatric clinical pharmacology at Children's Mercy, Kansas City. Dr. Brown is an associate professor in the Department of Pharmacy Practice and Pharmaceutical Sciences in Duluth. Please welcome Dr. Jacob Brown.
Thank you, Dr. Kandamala, and congratulations to all of the MS and PhD graduates. For the audience, this is a hard-earned celebration, so please continue to express your pride and joy. As I introduce each graduate, you are encouraged to applaud and cheer until they are hooded. Once they are hooded, they will start to walk off the stage, and I will announce the next graduate. To the class of 2026 professional students, a heartfelt congratulations. You've navigated rigorous studies, countless hours of learning, and the ever-evolving landscape of healthcare. Today, you stand ready to build upon the legacy of all those pharmacists who came before you and embark on a journey to serve the well-being of your communities. As you step into your professional roles, remember the dedication that brought you here and the profound impact you will have on countless lives. The future of pharmacy is bright, and it rests in your capable hands. During commencement this year, some students would like to recognize pharmacists who are special to them. You will notice this on the student slides under Wishes to Thank. With that, let's get started. Dr. Francis Abinono. Dr. Nina Marie Abbasi. Dr. Sumaya Abukar. Dr. Belanish Admas, graduating summa cum laude with distinction. Dr. Michaela Ackerman. Dr. Davry Althouse, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Thomas Anderson. Dr. Hunter Backholm, graduating cum laude with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Samantha Bacon, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Nathaniel Beck, graduating cum laude. Dr. Dustin Berg. Dr. Natalie Bobick, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Abigail Boreen. Dr. Lance Breon, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Alexa Bresky, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Jeffrey Brown, graduating with the mental health focus area and the social and administrative pharmacy research emphasis and the Masters of Public Health. Dr. Shayla Bruin. Dr. Nina Kim Bui, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Hayden Jeffrey Butzloff, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Caitlin Alyssa Calso, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Thomas Clark. Dr. Janessa Curtis, graduating cum laude with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Amy Dow, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Reed Davidson. Dr. Tyler Davis. Dr. Courtney Dombrowski, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Maddie Dietra. Dr. Tan Min Din. Dr. Tyler Dukowitz. Dr. Tyler Else, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Ryan Gordon. Dr. Kaylee Grahek, graduating magna cum laude with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Lensa Gudetta, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction. Dr. Ahmed Abib, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the medicinal chemistry research emphasis. Dr. Abdiaziz Ali Mohammed Haji. Dr. Caleb Hamby, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Leif Hansen. Dr. Therese House. Dr. Emily Hootmaker. Dr. Talile Mikael Hundessa, graduating cum laude. Dr. Elijah Idis. Dr. Ayan Isa, graduating with distinction. Dr. Janelle Johnson, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Olivia Johnson. Dr. Kittist Malaku Kika. Dr. Bailey Knudsen, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Melissa Jean Kesters, graduating summa cum laude with distinction. Dr. Sarah Kunish, graduating with high distinction. Dr. Jaden LaFleur. Dr. Thomas Langer. Dr. Sierra LaPlante. Dr. Brittany Lee, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the social and administrative pharmacy research emphasis. Dr. Zhangmin Li, graduating with the Mental Health Focus Area. Dr. Megan Ray Lado, graduating with a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Chris Lewis. Dr. Yi-Jung Lin, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the social and administrative pharmacy research emphasis. Dr. Jordan Lindquist. Dr. Ashley Marie Lozano. Dr. Danielle Little, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction in the experimental and clinical pharmacology research emphasis. Dr. Joanne Liu, graduating magna cum laude with the social and administrative pharmacy research emphasis. Dr. Lexi MacArthur, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Khadija Malik, graduating with the experimental and clinical pharmacology research emphasis. Dr. Marina Mankey. Dr. Alexa Marlowe. Dr. Olivia May, graduating cum laude. Dr. Hannah McCann, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Wandamagan Ashchalu Magersa, graduating cum laude. Dr. Cole Merrill. Dr. Haley Montour, graduating cum laude. Dr. Martin Myers. Dr. Alem Nabib. Dr. Caleb Nelson Lang, graduating summa cum laude with distinction in the mental health focus area. Dr. Zachary Newman. Dr. Brandon Wynn, graduating with the mental health focus area. Dr. Desta Kanan Nikas. Dr. Grace Cynthia Wanja Ketcha. Dr. Tyler Oler, graduating magna cum laude with the mental health focus area. Dr. Christopher Olby. Dr. Zach Olsom, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Catherine Olson, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Priscilla Opare, graduating with a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Sandra Owusu. Dr. Lillian Parker, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Alex Petrie. Dr. Gabriella Rosenthal, graduating summa cum laude with high distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Lily Rowland, graduating with high distinction. Dr. Jenna Soleil, graduating with the experimental and clinical pharmacology research emphasis. Dr. David Schlichting, graduating with a Master's of Health Informatics. Dr. Riley Springman, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Cody Stadahar, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Heidi Stewart, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Ashley Ray Strand, graduating magna cum laude. Dr. Rainey Tao, graduating with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Eric Torgerson. Dr. Lynn Tran, graduating with the mental health focus area and leadership emphasis. Dr. Lauren Tremp. Dr. Grace Uhlencott, graduating with the Interprofessional Education Scholar designation. Dr. Irene Halong Van Balen. Dr. Caleb Vang. Dr. Juhu Tyler Vang. Dr. Viviana Vasquez. Dr. Catherine Vu, graduating magna cum laude with the leadership emphasis. Dr. Anna Watson, graduating summa cum laude with distinction and the leadership emphasis. Dr. Chen Wei Yen, graduating magna cum laude with the Interprofessional Education Scholar designation and the Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology Research emphasis, and a Master's of Public Health. Dr. Jai E. Yan, graduating with the Social and Administrative Pharmacy Research emphasis and the Experimental and Clinical Pharmacology Research emphasis. Dr. Nu Chi Yang. Dr. Tru Yang. Dr. Ellie Yun. Congratulations to each of our new doctors of pharmacy and to all of you who made their journey possible. At this time, Dr. Todd Sorensen will lead PharmD graduates through the professional oath of a pharmacist. Dr. Sorensen has been with the University of Minnesota since 1998. His scholarly interests focus on integration of comprehensive medication management services with primary care. His teaching activities are centered on development of leadership skills required to lead change in healthcare. He serves as Associate Department Head in the Department of Pharmaceutical Care and Health Systems, focusing on supporting practice-based faculty and practice-related activities of the department. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Todd Sorensen.
Will the University of Minnesota PharmD class of 2026 please rise? Faculty and others who are pharmacists also please stand and join with us to recite the oath of a pharmacist that will be found on the screen. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion and belonging, respect differences in all individuals, and address health disparities to advance health equity for all people. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public.
Thank you, Dr. Sorensen. Class of 2026, congratulations. You've done it. Congratulations on behalf of all of us in the college, and welcome to the community. At this point, we lean into tradition and ask for a little bit more audience participation, although it's been excellent so far. University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy alumni do tremendous things to advance practice, research, to shape our profession, to educate learners, to give back to the community every single day. We always invite alumni to join us on this day to enjoy with us our graduates progressing into the profession. If you look around the room, you may have spotted people wearing maroon and gold leis. I'm going to ask all of our University of College of Pharmacy alumni to stand and be recognized. Come on, audience. Thank you. Graduates, today I hope you feel incredibly proud to be joining the profession and our treasured tradition of alumni who have crossed this stage before you and gone into the world and made a difference. As the newest members of the alumni community, will you please stand to join your fellow alums, turn to face the audience and stay standing. Waiting for the air horn. Okay. As you've heard many of us say throughout today's events, we recognize that no graduate gets here entirely on their own. The support networks of our students have contributed vastly to the success. Whether you're in the room or joining by live stream, please know how grateful we are for everything you have done to help these graduates reach this milestone. So if you're not standing already, and you're able to do so, please rise so that we can recognize you for the contributions you've made to our graduate success. Well, come on, audience. Thank you. Feel free to take your seats for just a moment more. Before we close this afternoon, I would like to extend thanks to all those who have helped make the event possible. Thank you to Regent Mohammed and Dr. Ellengrad for joining us today. Thank you to all the staff of our commencement planning team for all of their efforts, and the staff of Northrop Auditorium for their assistance. In just a moment, I will lead the procession of faculty and distinguished guests Off stage, graduates, the ushers, and college staff will dismiss you from your rows to process out of the auditorium. Guests of graduates, we ask that you please remain seated until the graduates have recessed out of the auditorium. Once they are out, you are invited to follow. As a reminder to everyone, once you exit the building to go outside, there is no re-entry, so please make sure you've got all your belongings before you head out the door. Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day in celebration with your family and your friends. All right, guys.